Good morning, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of Spooky Albums for Halloween season. Today, we're going to take a look at an album that was released in 1994. It's an all-instrumental affair. The second album from Swedish progressive rock act Anglagard, Epilogue. Yeah, look at that album cover, huh? Here we have some kind of like what looks like it could be like kind of like folk horror, right? Images there, pastoral things, pagan, that's kind of the when I listen to this album, I think of like it's all instrumental. This is the second album from Anglagard, Epilogue, meant to be the final album from them. As we've seen, that really wasn't the case. They came back many years later, but this album is dark and chilling instrumental progressive rock. Again, images of like could be the soundtrack to like the Wicker Man album or Blood on Satan's Claw or Witchfinder General. It's eerie, it's snaking, it's just mellotrons and Hammond organ all over the place, acoustic and electric guitars, flutes. Just fascinating stuff we've got in the band at the time. We got Matthias Olsson on drums and percussion, Johan Hogberg on bass, Thomas Johnson on Hammond organ, mellotron, and keyboards, Jonas Engdegaard on guitar, Tord Lindemann on guitar, and Anna Holmgren on flute. And you got some guests on violins and cellos and things. But yeah, this is really cool, kind of chambery, orchestral, kind of folky, symphonic prog. Lots of references to the 70s, like very early Genesis, maybe a little bit of Jethro Tull, certainly some King Crimson, just dark, foreboding, but at the same time, really beautiful. You can just picture listening to this as you're kind of like walking through the woods. I love the imagery on this album cover because it's just like you get this kind of like foresty thing going on here, right? But then there's this kind of, if you look really carefully, there's definitely a face there. Just really eerie and unsettling, and a lot of the music kind of gives you that feel. There's the whole image right there. Okay, if you look, you can see all sorts of things. You got, the tree there, maybe a little pool of water, definitely, all sorts of branches and things like that. But then all of a sudden, you got the nose, the mouth, the eyes, right? Pretty eerie. The whole thing is just packed with kind of images like that to just. It's like I said, it's one of those albums. It's gorgeous to listen to, but at the same time, there's definitely a creepy vibe going on throughout this whole album. It's amazing what a record or a piece of music saturated with like mellotron and Hammond organ and maybe some other different kinds of synthesizers with the layerings of the guitars and the loopy nature of the music, and the flute every now and then jabbing in. Really just dark and just there's a feel of menace going on throughout this whole thing that I absolutely love. I love this band to death. All the album titles are in Swedish, so you got Prologue, Hosted, Rites of Fall. Well, here's the English translations. Hosted, which is Rites of Fall. I'm probably saying this incorrectly. Rosten, which is the voice. Skogsgranden, which is Eves of the Forest. Sista Somrar, which is the last summer. And Sankadens Fullhet, the fullness of longing. Kind of interesting song titles there, right? And that's it very much exemplifies what you experience with this album. So this is like a cool album to play like on a crisp fall early afternoon as we turn to evening, as the sun starts to go down. Maybe you're sitting outside sipping a glass of wine or something like that, and just or a little bit of bourbon or maybe a beer or something like that, and you're just kind of like sitting out there and the temperature is dropping a little bit, the sun's going down, the wind is kind of whistling through, and here you have this dun, 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 the mellotron and the little flutes coming in, the acoustic guitar that leads into this big jangly electric guitar excursion, and then the mellotron seeps in again. It's just like, yeah, this is the shit, folks. This is a great album. Actually, any of the three Anglagard albums are well worth having, and the live album is really good too. So yeah, check it out. Epilogue from Anglagard from 1994. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content. We've also got the link to our Ko-Fi page below, as well as the link to our merch page where you can get all sorts of Sea of Tranquility stuff, and seatranquility.org, the webzine that is celebrating 20 years on the internet this year. Thanks for watching. I'm Pete Pardo. We'll see you tomorrow morning with another one. Take care. Bye-bye.